You guys are gonna have to forgive my nails. They look so jacked up right now. Hey guys, welcome back to Natty B After Cancer. Here on this channel, I talk about being a young breast cancer survivor, life after breast cancer, and holistic health. Welcome to my channel. If you have not hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that now. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you leave a comment. If you've got any questions, thoughts, ideas, I'm all open. So in this video today, I wanted to talk to you guys about 5 things I no longer buy. Breast cancer, going through breast cancer was the initiating drive behind really paying attention to certain things that I use, put in my body, put through my body, and etc. And so since, my diagnosis and going through treatment and continuing to go through hormonal treatment, I've made the decision to cut back or completely eliminate certain products completely out of my life. Now, that's not to say that these products are no longer in my house. I do have a husband. But for me in particular and what I am comfortable with. So anyway, getting back to why we are here, I'm going to talk to you guys again about 5 things that I no longer buy. I no longer spend my money on these items. Not only does it save me money, I'm making healthier choices as well, which is exactly what I want to be doing. So with no further ado, is that how you say it? Let's get started. So the very first item I no longer buy, deodorant. I stopped buying deodorant. I don't buy deodorant from the store. I don't buy deodorant at all. I use natural oils all over my body for my deodorant, even skincare. I just don't buy deodorant anymore. Now, deodorant is not an expensive product, $3, $5, $6, $7, maybe $10, depending on the brand and the type that you use. I was a little bit iffy at first about transitioning out of using deodorant because I'm a sweater. Guys, I am an extreme sweater. It takes nothing for me to start sweating profusely. I went down to non-toxic types of deodorants, and from there I went down to deodorants that were made with only a couple of ingredients, and then from there I just decided altogether that I was no longer going to use deodorant. Was I afraid of smelling? Sure. No one wants to walk around smelling like BO. So what I did is I detoxified my armpits, and I did that for about a month, and that's when I officially made my full transition. And it's been maybe like a year and a half since I have actually used any form of deodorant that you can purchase like anywhere, like in the store. If you have not seen this video, and I will link it down below, where I talk about the fact that I no longer use deodorant and do I smell, you can go ahead and watch that video and just catch up on kind of where I am in the journey, why a little bit more detail as to why I quit deodorant and what my experience has been since then. All right, number 2. Guys, I stopped buying perfume. I don't buy perfume. I don't know when the last time was that I used my money to purchase a bottle of perfume. And there was a time in my life where I was a perfume chick, and for Christmas, for birthdays, my mom would always get me perfume. The very last bottle of perfume that I had, I didn't want to just throw it away, so I did finish it, but it has been about a year now. And that last bottle of perfume was a bottle that my mom had bought for me. And I stopped, and when I did receive that bottle of perfume, I stopped spraying it directly on my skin, and I would spray it only on my clothes. But since I've been done with that bottle of perfume, I no longer buy any more perfume. Again, I'm saving money because the perfume that I would buy was anywhere from $70 to $150 per bottle. Smells great, lasts a long time, well worth it, but that was toxicity that I was putting onto my body. All right, so the third thing that I no longer buy are sugary drinks. Now I've never been like an over consumer of like sodas and juices, but I drank enough of it to know that I shouldn't have even been drinking that much of it either. While I was going through chemotherapy, prior to that, I had actually started cutting back on drinks like soda. I've never really been a big juice person, but I started cutting back on things like soda. But chemotherapy really messes with your taste buds. You can't eat. You're gaining weight from the steroids, but you can't eat. And so there's only certain things that you can stomach. So out of all of the sodas out there, I realized that Coca-Cola was the only soda that I could stomach. I couldn't even stomach water. So during chemotherapy, I did drink Coke. I would drink Coke the day of chemo and for a couple of days after that, and then I'd be fine, and then I would pick up that routine again. But once chemo was over, I was like, no more soda. So not only again am I saving money, we're not supposed to be drinking soda. Like, do we know what that does to our insides? Now, I'm not knocking anyone who drinks soda. I used to drink soda faithfully, but just keep in mind and be mindful that what we put into our bodies makes a difference on our physical, mental wellness. And I'm not saying that soda causes cancer. I'm not saying that it doesn't increase the likelihood of weight gain, which can increase the likelihood of cancer, because it can. There are people who drink soda every single day of their lives and live till 99 years old, and there are people who never touch soda and die from cancer. So it's not an exact science, but I did make the conscious decision for myself that I was no longer going to ingest sugary drinks, to include soda, juices, and really anything that is just sweet and sugary. So again, if you want to know what I do currently in replacement for a sweeter drink, check out this video where I show you how I make natural, organic, homemade watermelon and pineapple juice. Do I miss soda? Every so often, but I'm able to talk my way through it. When I say every so often, I mean like literally like once every 6 months. I'm like, ooh, I could take a sip of soda. And when I was shifting out of soda, I realized that when I did have the urge for soda and I allowed myself to drink it, I could only take like 3 or 4 sips, and I didn't want any more. Consistently, it's been like 13, 14 months. Prior to that, for about a year, I think I drank soda maybe a total of 4 or 5 times. So saving money, saving health. The fourth thing that I stopped buying is regular nail polish. Yes, my nails look terrible right now, but I did a lot of research and I started looking for a very specific brand where their nail polish did not include the few basic but really toxic ingredients that for some reason have not been X'd out by national standards or whatever it is, to say that these items, when you put it on your skin or on your body, you are impacting what's happening. We are creating room for genetic mutations. We are creating room for illnesses. We are creating room to exacerbate current illnesses. Now, what I mean by regular nail polish, I'm talking about like OP, brands that you see in the nail shop. I don't go get my nails done at the nail shop anymore. The brand that I now purchase is Karma Hues, and I will link them down below and insert a quick picture here. And I'm not going to go through the toxic products that they don't put in their nail polish right now. But you can go ahead and do your research. At the end of the day, there are still some products in their nail polish that aren't kosher and completely organic. But the main products that are very well known for not being healthy, they don't use those in their nail polish. Last and not least, number 5. Cow's milk. I stopped drinking milk altogether. Before I tell you why I stopped drinking milk altogether, I've never in my life ever liked whole milk. So even when I was drinking cow's milk in our home, when my mother and father were raising us, we didn't purchase full or whole milk. We never drank anything above fat-free milk. The highest we ever went was 1%. And that's because that's what my mother preferred. So therefore, that's what we preferred. And that's just what we grew up drinking. After cancer, and more specifically, because my cancer was estrogen receptor positive, meaning it's hormone driven, I had to be very mindful of the amount of hormones I was adding to my already hormonal body simply because I'm a woman. And cow's milk is one of those products that messes with our hormones. We really don't need to be drinking cow's milk, guys. We really don't need to be. Almond milk. So many other types of milks out there that you can drink. So prior to making the decision to be done completely with any form of cow's milk, I wasn't really drinking or eating. Do you eat milk? My husband and I have that debate all the time. Tell me down below, do you eat cereal or do you drink cereal? Because I keep telling my husband that you eat cereal, but he swears that you drink it. If you're eating cornflakes, I'm not really sure how you're supposed to drink the cornflakes. But anyway, that's not why we're here. So those are the 5 items I no longer buy. I've saved money not buying these items. I've realized I don't need these items, and overall I feel a lot better. This is not the antidote. This is not the answer to saying, like this is not me saying if you don't use these 5 things, you will never get sick, because that's just not how the body works. But not using these 5 things is me taking, even if it's just a quarter of a step closer to keeping my body safer, decreasing the likelihood of getting sick again, or being stronger and ready to fight if I do get sick again, then why not? All right, guys, I forgot, just in case any of you guys are interested in how I tied my scarf today, I'm gonna do a little slow turn just for you guys to see. Anyway, that's all I have for today. Natty B After Cancer. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Till next time.